Judge Schmidt-Line.
You may be seated.
Okay, everybody, please turn off your phone, because if it goes off during court session, it will be taken away from you, okay?
Good morning, everyone. My name is Judge Schmidline, and I will be your presiding judge for the day. All witnesses have already been sworn in, and we are here today to hear the case of Tyler Banks versus the City of Palmville. Plaintiff, are you ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
My name is Zyder Stevens of the prosecution, and I will be direct examining Morgan Channing and cross-examining Tyler Banks.
My name is Chanel Sweeting of the prosecution, and I'll be direct examining Dakota Ross.
My name is Nasia Davis, and I will be direct examining Reese Williams.
Permission for my witnesses to introduce themselves?
Yes.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. My name is Detective William.
Good afternoon, my name is Dakota Ross.
Good afternoon, my name is Morgan Channing.
Great, you may be seated.
My name is
Defense,
Heather.
you're ready?
Yes, Your Honor. My name is Heaven Jordan of the defense. I will be direct examining Casey Ross and cross-examining Morgan Channing.
Good morning, Your Honor. I am Sean James, and I will be direct examining David Golden and cross-examining Reese Williams.
My name is Tyler Gonzalez. I am a defense attorney. I will direct examine Tyler Banks and cross-examine Reese Williams.
Okay.
Permission for our witnesses to present themselves?
Sure, yes.
Hello, Your Honor. My name is Betty Coleman.
Hello, Your Honor. My name is Tyler.
Hello, Your Honor. My name is Casey Ross.
Plaintiff, you ready?
Yes. Yes, Your Honor. Permission to call my first witness to the stand?
Yes.
Oh, no, no, no.
Do you have an opening statement?
Yes. Your Honor, jury, opposing counsel. In life, everyone makes mistakes. But this here was no mistake. This here was no mistake. This young man was led down the road to destruction. His motives were family issues, greed, and envy. There are hardcore evidence such as bank statements, timelines, and pictures which will prove beyond a shadow of doubt that no other person is responsible for this crime except for Tyler Banks. Today, you will hear that this young man stole from his best friend's mother, Dakota Ross, a woman that had suffered from a severe injury and spent 2 weeks in the hospital and 3 more in rehab. We hope to teach this young man a lesson and put him behind bars where he belongs. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. Today you'll be hearing the case of Tyler Banks versus the City of Palmville. The opposing counsel will try to persuade you into believing that my client, Tyler Banks, has stolen money from his best friend's mother. But these false accusations were the verdict of the very much biased opinion of Dakota Ross. Dakota Ross is in the process of ruining my client's future. Because of these charges, my client is not able to be accepted into any colleges. All my client wishes to do is to make a good living in the messed up world that we live in. We hope that the jury will deliver a fair and true verdict in favor of my client, Tyler Banks. Thank you. Your Honor, may I have permission to call my first witness to the stand, Morgan Channing?
Yes.
Please state your name And please state your name, age, and occupation for the record.
My name is Morgan Chaney. I am 32 years old, and I am currently a bank manager.
How many years have you been a bank manager?
I've been a bank manager for 5 years, but I have been residing with this bank for 10 years.
Why did Dakota Ross come to the bank?
Well, she had a transaction when she was in debt of $3,000.
What are your responsibilities as a bank manager?
I oversee small business loans.
Isn't it true that there were 8 withdrawals of $400 from ATM 3 and 4 and the National Bank?
Yes, it is.
Your Honor, permission to insert exhibit C to the court?
Mr. President. I see those withdrawals of $400 each. Actually, 4 withdrawals. Eight withdrawals of $400, yes.
These are the withdrawals of $400. Do you recognize these documents?
Yes, I do.
And what are
These are 8 withdrawals of $400.
And Dakota Ross was in the hospital at the time. So who was able to make these transactions? Which remains to be unknown until today. Is it true someone purchased a limited edition guitar in full cash under the name of Tyler Banks?
Yes, it is.
May I also insert exhibit E into the Do you recognize this document?
Yes.
And this shows proof of someone of who done it. This is the receipt for this limited edition guitar and was purchased under the name of Tyler Banks. So tell me, is this just a coincidence? No. He done it. Is it true Dakota Ross indicated that the person in the photo of the ATM transaction was Tyler Banks?
Yes.
May I
Yes, you may.
exhibit B photograph?
Okay.
Do you recognize this document?
Yes.
And is this the document Dakota Ross indicated that this was Tyler Banks?
Yes, it is.
And it so happened that Tyler Banks has the nickname Hoods. And in this picture, it shows a guy wearing a hoodie. And right now, he has a hoodie on. So, I rest my... no further questions, Your Honor.
Okay. Defense, cross-examine.
All of the previous exhibits that were published to the court are not liable in this case. Exhibit C, which the opposing counsel has just published, shows that there was a withdrawal from the bank of $400 on June 10th, 2017. All of the other withdrawals were made after July 18th. But in this case, the counsel says that all of the withdrawals that were stolen money were made between July 18, 2017 and June 18, 2017. So here's Mr. Chairman. You see that receipt shows that there is a withdrawal on June 2017. Mr. Channing,
Yes.
this was not my client. Has no part in the case, although the opposing counsel has published it to the jury. It has nothing to do with this case. Now I will publish Exhibit B, permission to approach the witness. Exhibit B shows the picture that was taken from the Palmville Bank ATM. Jury, please tell me. Mr. Channing, please tell me. Is this image clear to you at all?
No.
So how do you see that that my client is there? There is no face in this image. So how can this be my client? It shows no body except a hoodie. I'd like to publish Exhibit D to the court.
Yes.
Exhibit D shows a map of all the ATMs and the homes of the witnesses. As you can see, ATM number 4 is near my client's home. ATM number 4 has the most withdrawals out of this entire case, which is 2 withdrawals. Both withdrawals of $400. But there are many people who use this ATM, correct? Many people every day who use this ATM. So who's to say that my client was the one who swiped this card? Objection, opinion, Your Honor.
I'll allow it.
Who's to say? There is no reason that you can say that my client has done this because there is no clear image and this image does not show anyone, especially not my client. There are withdrawals also from ATM number 2 and 3, which is near Casey Ross's house. During the time that Dakota Ross was in rehab and the hospital.
Mrs. Redline, if you're in the building, please report to your room. Mrs. Redline, please report to your room. Thank you.
Near Casey Ross's house. But the maid of their house, Rosalina Adler, was present during this time, and she had access to this card. So she could have been the one who was using this card. But all the evidence is coincidentally pointing toward my client, so you assume this. But you do not think that anybody else could have done this because the opposing counsel has made you believe that all of this evidence is pointing toward my client. Your Honor, I have no further questions.
Thank you. Step down. Any more witnesses, plaintiffs?
Yes, I would like to call my witness, Dakota Ross, to stand. Please state your name and occupation for the record.
My name is Dakota Ross. I'm 40 years old and I work as a business police.
Where do you live?
I live on 27th and 51st, Glenwood, Palmsville, Florida.
Ms. Dakota, how did you earn your fortune?
Heritage and insurance money from my brother's spouse.
May you please state your child name for the record?
Cassie Ross.
Has Casey ever asked you for money for Taylor Banks for the guitar he emptied?
Yes.
And what was your response?
I said no because I want to buy something like that for my own child.
Has Tyler ever asked you for money? How long have you known Tyler Banks?
Since they were in elementary school.
Miss Ross, isn't it true that you had a severe accident and spent 2 weeks in the hospital?
Yes, I fell down the stairs and I fractured my vertebrae.
And you also were transferred to rehab for 3 weeks, is that correct?
Yes.
What happened during the time you were in rehab?
time my housekeeper was leaving to check on us.
Where was your debit card throughout the time in the hospital? Where was your purse? When were you able to return home?
August 1st, 2017.
Why did your housekeeper, Rosalie, leave?
She had to take care of a sick family member patient.
On August 2nd, 2017 was the day you went to the grocery store, is that correct?
Yes, I tried to purchase some groceries for my car.
And you spoke with the bank manager, Morgan Shannon.
Yes, he informed me that my car was in debt for $3,000.
Your Honor, may I please present Exhibit B?
Yes.
Didn't you state that you was pretty sure it was Tyler Banks because of the hoodie he was wearing? And may I please present Exhibit C?
Yes.
Did Morgan Shannon show you this receipt? Which showed that there had been some transactions of $400. No further questions.
I would like to ask you about your former maid. She has been your maid for the last 8 years, right? In your sworn statement, you claim you got case when stealing money from your purse, right?
Objection, opinion.
Sustained.
Casey always denied the claims that you never believed in, right? Have you ever stopped to think that Rosalie was mistaken?
Objection, opinion.
Objection. Sustained.
You claim that you overlooked it because it was never any more than $20 before. During the time you were in the hospital, while your maid Rosalina had access to your credit card, your maid had access to your card, right? You went to the store on August 3rd, 2017, and August 2nd, 2017. Your former maid Rosalina returned from the same day Rosalina returned from construction, right?
Can you speak a little louder for the boardroom to hear you? Plaintiff, do you have any follow-up questions?
May I cross-examine?
Yes.
So, the defense stated that Rosaline was gone for a family trip, but his colleague stated that she was home during the time of injury. So, I declare his statement unreliable.
Okay.
So, was Rosaline home during your time of injury, or was she on a family trip? Then why?
Keep in mind that you are under oath.
Then why would she state that she was home, that Rosaline was home during the time of injury, trying to incriminate my witness, Dakota Ross? No further questions, Your Honor.
Okay. Thank you. Plaintiffs, any further witnesses you would like to call?
Your Honor, may I call up briefly here?
Yes.
Please state your name for the record.
My name is Detective Reese Willingham, and I am a police detective.
How long have you been a detective?
I've worked in the Palmville Police Department for 20 years, with the last 10 years being a detective.
What is your primary responsibility as detective?
Well, I mostly work with bank fraud cases like this one today.
How many cases have you won?
I've won 29 out of 30 cases.
How did you become involved with this case?
I've received a call from Dakota Ross stating that someone stole her money, and she believed that Tyler Banks had done
Do you know Dakota Ross personally?
it. No, I do not.
Who did you question during this investigation?
The people who I've questioned are Morgan Channing, Casey Ross, Dakota Ross, Tyler Banks, Bailey Cogan, and the manager of the store that the Tom's purchased.
What did you find out when you investigated the store?
I found out that the guitar was paid in full cash.
Did you find out whether Casey or Tyler was using the debit card?
Yes, Casey stated that she would run errands for the victim while she was in rehabilitation in the hospital from time to time. And Tyler Banks stated that he was unsure of the PIN number.
No further questions.
Defense, cross-examine.
So, Detective Reese Williams, so you stated that Tyler Banks said he was unsure of the PIN number, correct?
Yes.
Can I step in? Defense, do you have any witnesses to call?
Young man, maybe please call the first witness. Baby, go into the.
Yes.
Please state your name, age, and occupation for the record.
My name is Billy Cohen, and I'm 30 years old, and I'm retired from the local bread factory.
Where do you live?
I live at 30 Virginia Road, Hollywood, Florida.
Why did you retire from your former job, which is a local bread factory?
I retired from my former job because it was sustaining injuries to my back.
How are you related to Tyler Banks?
I am not related to Tyler Banks. His family moved here 20 years ago, and he has helped me around my house.
Did Tyler Banks mention anything to you about a limited edition guitar?
I remember Tyler Banks saying something about a limited edition car, but I don't know because my area.
Was Tyler Banks working for you during the time of Dakota Ross's accident?
Yes, I had contact with Tyler Banks on this side.
Did you know Dakota Ross personally?
I did not personally go to the loss because, but I see her driving around the neighborhood in her car and hanging out with her people.
Why do you believe that Tyler Banks did not commit the crime?
Because ever since I knew Tyler Banks, he been a hard-working person and always find a way to earn his own money.
Do you think that Tyler Banks stole the money from Dakota Ross?
Objection! Hearsay and opinion.
Objective. Objection. Sustained.
Who do you believe stole the money from Dakota Ross?
It could have been the Mary Rosalie or the Rodriguez.
No further questions.
Plaintiff, would you like to cross-examine?
No, Your Honor.
Defense, do you have any more witnesses you would like to call?
We'd like to call Casey Ross, the daughter of the victim. Please state your name, age, and occupation for the record.
My name is Casey Ross. I am 17 years old, and I am a senior at Palmdale High School.
Who do you currently live with?
I currently reside with my mother, Dakota Ross.
What are your intentions after you graduate high school?
I plan to leave this small town.
Have you ever used your mother, Dakota Ross's credit card?
Yes, mostly of the time when she allowed me to, it was mostly for her.
Notice that you're under oath.
What happened to you after your other parent died?
I became depressed and lonely.
Where do you live?
I live at 2751 Winwood Drive in Palmdale High School.
How long have you been best friends with Tyler Banks?
We've been best friends since 3rd grade.
What is your nickname for Tyler Banks?
My nickname for Tyler Banks is Hood.
Does Tyler come to your house? If so, how often?
Yes, he comes there mostly every day.
Are you present when Tyler is present at your home?
Yes.
Which means that you are always with him whenever he's at your house.
Yes.
What day did your mom have her accident?
She had her accident June 17, 2017.
How and where did your mom get injured?
She got injured by falling down the stairs and at home.
Do you personally know Detective Reese Willingham?
No. No, she just a detective.
Was your maid, Rosalina Adler, present while your mother was in the hospital and rehab?
Yes.
How do you feel towards your maid, Rosalina Adler?
She acts pretty sketchy, but she always give off over
And Rosalina was present during the time the money was stolen because the victim claimed that in her sworn statement that she had Rosalina Adler and her other friends check on you while she was in the hospital and rehab, correct?
Yes.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Your Honor, may I cross-examine?
Yes.
So, they continue to contradict themselves. One defensive attorney said that Rosaline was on a family trip. Another says that she's home. So, which is it? Was she home or was she on the family trip during the time of your mother's injury?
She was there when my mom got her accident, but then she went off on a trip to England.
So, how is it possible that Rosaline was able to steal the money if she left after the mother was injured?
Objection? Reading?
I can read. It said cross-examination.
Overruled.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Please state your name, age, and occupation for the record.
My name is Tyler Benson, 18, and I am currently a senior at Palmdale.
What type of plans do you have after graduating high school?
I have plans on going to college, but with the current charges against me, I haven't had any college acceptance.
Do you have any hobbies you like to do?
Yes, I like to fitness.
Are you in any sort of band or group of music?
Yes, my current band right now is Friday Night Lights.
If you have a best friend or a close friend, if so, what's his or her name?
Yes, my best friend's name is Casey Ross.
How do you know the code was?
Could you speak up, Tyler, so everyone can hear?
From Casey,
How long have you known Dakota and Casey was?
since the 3rd grade.
Have you ever used Dakota Ross's car? Do you remember the PIN number for the car?
No, I can remember some random numbers.
Remember, you're under oath.
First question.
Your Honor, may I cross-examine?
Yes, you may.
Tyler, is it true your nickname is Hoods because you are always wearing a hoodie, just like you are now?
Yes.
Do you or do you not feel envy? Do you or do you not feel Dakota Ross is selfish with her money?
Yes.
Did that lead to greed? Did your best friend Casey Ross ask her mother Dakota for a guitar you wanted that cost $3,000?
Yes.
Your Honor, may I show the receipt?
Yes.
And is this, do you recognize this? Do you recognize this receipt?
Yes.
And you were the one to buy this guitar. And where did you get the money?
From working jobs around the neighborhood.
Any specific jobs?
Yes.
Please explain.
Helping daily around the house and funds from my bedroom.
But it's a coincidence that $3,000 is now missing from my client, Dakota Ross. Did you? And when Dakota Ross denied that you could not have the guitar, no, that you would not buy the guitar, you said, I'll find another way. Did you not?
Yes, I did.
Have you went to the store with Casey and saw the PIN code? Did you need the guitar for your band?
Yes.
So I state one more time. I ask one more time. How did you get the money? You're under oath.
I work in jobs around the neighborhood and youth and funds.
No further questions, Your Honor.
To be direct examine.
Okay. Stay up. Tyler, you stay up here.
Tyler, you plan to go to college after graduating high school, correct?
Yes.
And aren't these charges putting your future in jeopardy because of these charges you can't get accepted into any colleges?
Yes.
And the opposing counsel claims that you are the one in the picture because you wear a hoodie, right?
Yes.
But everyone wears hoodies. There are multiple people in this room wearing hoodies right now, I'd like to state. And you paid in full cash for the guitar that you wanted, correct?
Yes.
Because